Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Six Man Blitz. I'm Jay Clinch. Man, you ready to watch Josh Gordon and Johnny Manziel team up in a fan control football? You gonna watch it?
I mean, finally a league where Josh Gordon can't get kicked out. We're rolling the blood, man. Let that man live.
Stay off the weed.
Hey, Baker Mayfield saw a UFO this last couple of days. How is that not breaking news?
Hey, I don't want my starting quarterback seeing UFOs. You think Tom Brady's seeing UFOs?
Let him wear his hat backwards. Colin Coward, he'll change his opinion.
I don't want my NFL quarterback with the backwards hat. Away from the cops. No, I don't think so. Big Ben's coming back. Lamar Jackson. Nah, Colin Coward. We can go all day. But, this six-man blitz. We're not Colin Coward over here. So, appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got a great interview with Germany Football League new star, I guess. Jake Mayon,
Yes,
former Plainfield East running back and Northern Michigan running back as well. We get into everything from his journey and then what led him to the Germany Football League. I know y'all wondering, how does someone end up in the Germany Football League too? I mean, we did the same thing. But we got a great show for you guys today. But make sure to subscribe to us, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure to hit that plus button next to our episode and make sure you get those downloads. Anything helps, tell the neighbor, tell the cat in the house. They go spread the word. Go tell one of those doves or those pigeons, the government Washington pigeons, they go spread the message about Six-Man Blitz. But just keep showing support to us. It means a lot to us. Make sure to follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Six-Man Blitz. Anything else?
I think you covered every way to get more views.
Hey, anything?
Nothing bad.
Hey, now let's get into the intro video.
Touchdown Bears! No way!
Hangs, fires, yes! The Bulls lead 87-86.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Now let's welcome on former Northern Michigan running back and current Germany Football League running back, Jake Mayon. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. I feel honored.
No problem. Thank you for coming on, man. Dang.
Hey, most definitely.
All right, so let's start off with your high school days, going to Plainfield East. Not a traditional powerhouse, but how would you describe your time at Plainfield East?
Man, it was an amazing time, to be honest with you. We are so new that we were able to kind of create the culture there, and we were like the trendsetters for, a winning program. I know in these last few years we haven't really been a winning program, but I know they're rebuilding. They're going to get there. But, yeah, I was happy to be able to, be a conference champion for 3 years, be part of a 7-2 team, a winning program. We weren't like Bolingbrook, winning states and stuff like that. So, but I had a great time. I had great coaches. I had great teammates and friends forever, man. So brothers, really. So it was an amazing time. No regrets, man.
That's good that you mentioned that you had a great time there. I went to Bolingbrook. Jake went to Bolingbrook as well. And then he went to Naperville Central. So we played at winning programs. But did it ever come in your mind to maybe transfer to a school like Bolingbrook? Maybe just a little?
Man, to be honest with you, I'm a loyal dude. So once I got going with my team, there's no looking back. There's no guessing where I should go or anything like that, man. I try to stay true and create something with my team from the start. Those are all my guys I grew up with. So it would be like me, turning on my brothers, which I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So I didn't think about it much in high school. No. Sometimes going back, people are like, oh, did you wish you went to another high school and stuff? I still can't say it to this day, I had a great time and I have no regrets. So, it was good.
Yeah, that's good. That's that Dame Lillard mindset. He's going to be in Portland forever.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with transferring, though. But, all right, so after your Plainfield East days, let's talk about your recruiting process before we jump to Northern Michigan. You were under-recruited coming out of high school, so how did you take that, being under-recruited? How was that for you?
Man, it was tough mentally. At first, it was like a little bit discouraging, to be honest with you. And as I just kept working and working and working, I realized, you know, I don't got nothing to be discouraged about. I'm working too hard. I'm not going to parties. I'm not doing anything stupid. I wasn't focused on anything else but playing ball. So I knew, you know, whatever happened, and it's meant to be. So when, you know, Northern Michigan came and offered me something, I was more than happy to take it and more than happy for the opportunity. And I just, you know, ran with it. So it just kept me grinding, man. I was always used to being overlooked, man. I was undersized back. I came to high school probably like 5'5", 132 pounds, talking about I'm going to be a starting running back one day. Everybody was looking at me like, oh, this guy is, you know, big dreams, fella. But that's just how it's always been for me. So I'm always used to getting overlooked, and I still am. So it's nothing new.
Yeah, that's a great mindset to have. But I've seen your work ethic, you know, firsthand, you know, those JT days. Shout out JT Taylor. But
Yeah,
did you
I'm
ever
still
think
in those
about,
days.
yeah, you would be killing me. Did you ever think about walking on to like a D1 university and going the prove yourself route and earning that scholarship later on?
Yeah, no, I definitely thought about that, and I had a few opportunities to do it. And to be honest with you, at the time, man, I did have a little bit of pride in my work ethic and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I always wanted to go to college and get a scholarship. That was my thing. And I was just so stuck on it. Maybe it could have worked out a different way for the next level coming out of a D1 program and doing that. I have no doubts that I would have worked the same. I would have, you know, worked my tail off to get what I needed to get. But, you know, also no regrets going to Northern Michigan too. So, I can't really do the woulda, coulda, shoulda with that one. You know, I have no regrets.
Yeah, so you have no regrets, but like some of the best process for you for Northern Michigan was playing with your brother. So how was it playing with your brother at Northern Michigan?
Man, it was awesome. You know, a lot of people don't get to do that for pretty much their entire life. I played with my brother, and we're 2 years apart. So playing with him, it was always good to be able to be that motivator on him. But at the same time, he motivated me probably more because I'm the older brother, so I had to stay on my game, or he's always gonna be on me. So it was great for the both of us, you know, competition in the weight room, who can do the most. We would have arguments about the weight room, you know, friendly competitions, but it was awesome, man. So it's been like that our whole life, and it was great to be able to carry that on to college. And we thank Northern Michigan for giving us both the opportunity to do that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Troy played safety, you played running back. You guys going against each other, one-on-ones maybe, online offense versus defense. How was that? Like, were you guys butting heads daily?
You know, sometimes we were. That obviously was a thing with the coaches and everything. They would be like, let's go. But I don't think we ever really went head on full goal, like trying to get each other, to be honest with you, man. It was always, you know, more of like the weight room stuff or staying on each other in school and stuff like that. It wasn't as much like brutal head-on collisions with us, you know?
All right, so you get some playing time early on in Northern Michigan, and then you burst onto the sophomore year having over 1,000 yards. How was it finally being out there and dominating college football?
Man, it was a lot of fun. You know, we worked so hard. I know sometimes you look at the record and it doesn't show, but our team was a team full of people who grinded every day, man. And I love the accomplishments that I had with rushing or whatever it was not a personal accomplishment. You know what I mean? Those are all team efforts. My linemen were always working their butt off, always striving to do the best they can. And I love, you know, grinding with my team and making that happen. It was such a fun time, man. It just shows everybody's work ethic. It sucks that we couldn't, you know, pull out the tough games and you know, win in the fourth quarter sometimes, but we definitely were doing all we could, man.
Yeah, that's great. You had, like, you stayed consistent, had 1,000 yards each of the next seasons, and you became an all-time leading rusher at that school. How was it having a legacy at leaving your college days?
Man, it was great, man. It really, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just a great experience to do something like that and do something historical with your teammates, and you always will have memories of that and look back and be like, man, we at least left our footprint here, and I hope, we got guys that are even going harder than that, beating that record, but at least I can say, I set a mark in some way, shape, or form, and I like it, and me and my teammates can share that always and forever. So it was cool.
Yeah, because you're like, how was it being one of the greatest players at Northern Michigan, like history though? Because that's like you breaking records, like season career.
No,
how's that being one of the best?
Yeah, man, it was awesome, man. It was something that that was a hard work pays off moment for me, and it was always, I always got looked down on. I always was doubted. I always had a chip on my shoulder. And I was just working my butt off, man. I wasn't really playing any games for real. So it was awesome that we were able to do that together as a team and get it done and have some accomplishments there. It was really good, man.
After this great college career, what ultimately led you to choosing and winding up in the Germany Football League?
Man, right when I graduated and I went through that whole process of doing my pro day and everything, I didn't get picked up. They were the first team outside of the CFL and NFL that I ever talked to that were just consistently on me and asked me to come play for the experience and there's, telling me how great of a team they're gonna have and everything else. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I just wasn't feeling it. I just was kind of scared a little bit. I was a little bit down because I wasn't playing football, or I thought I would be, like maybe I was supposed to go CFL or try at the NFL, get a shot. But I think it was more of a mental thing for me at that moment, and they just stayed consistent. And then it was a weird space for me where I wasn't down anymore. I really wanted to play football again. So they hit me up within that week of me like going through this weird mental space. And I just jumped on the opportunity. I talked to the coaches and we made it happen, and we finally, made it official. So it was cool, man. I really liked how much they showed that they wanted me to be there, and they showed me that they really saw something in me, and that's all I asked for from anybody, just see something in me and let me prove you right, or shit, let me prove you wrong. So I don't know if we can.
Good, we can curse on this show.
Yeah, okay.
Now, so you're in the Germany Football League right now. Could we see you possibly ending up in the CFL or NFL? Is that your ultimate goal, to end up over there?
Yeah, that is my ultimate goal, man. I want to play for as long as I can. Obviously, I know I'm running out. I'm getting older, but I do want to play as much as possible, man. I grind for this. I work out consistently for it. I take care of my body for it. So I want to play as long as possible. So hopefully, man, I'm crossing my fingers for real.
You're going to have our support. Don't worry. And then when you do get there, man, you're going to have to come back for a second interview.
Absolutely. I got to. I'm thankful I'm on it right now, man. Y'all making me feel good.
Now let's move away from the talk about football. Now, your uncle is Hype Williams. Now, I know you're going into like high school, middle school, gives you a little extra brownie points, you're having a famous family member. Now, how is that, being able to say your uncle's, made the movie Belly, he's a good producer and all that?
Yeah, man, it's awesome, man. He's a genius. So it's amazing to be able to just learn from him and pick his brain it's a blessing, man. We have a lot of family members, you know, who are in the industry and doing music and doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's a blessing that I'm able to kind of pick their brain and just learn from them, man. It's great. There's so many life lessons from him and a bunch of other ones in my family. So it's been really cool, man.
Now, do you have any stories, with his uncle or other celebrities that you can share?
Honestly, no, not really, man. A lot of celebrities are just normal people, man. It's like I don't have any crazy stories like that. Not really, man. To be honest with you, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I feel you on that. But so for the last part of the interview, we normally do a segment of our show called Rapid Fire Takes, but we're gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. Now the first one. What is your favorite football memory of all time?
Favorite football memory of all time. This. I don't know if this is a rapid answer I can give you. Probably winning that record with my team on senior night, because all my family was there. Everybody came to support, and it was a good day, man. It was, you know, we made history, and it was a great day. So I would say that was like one of the, you know, best memories that I probably had with my teammates and everybody, my family. And it was my last time, you know, playing in the dome, so it was like a good experience.
Now, who was your favorite player you looked up to while growing up?
I mean, he's rocking the 3-4, maybe, you know, sweetness.
Yeah, Walter Payton and Earl Campbell were like my favorites. My dad loved Walter Payton, so he would like show me all his tapes, all that. I would watch those before games, and then I found out about Earl Campbell, and I was watching all his tapes and just trying to be as vicious as those dudes were on the field. You know, like they were breaking tackles. It took more than, you know, 5 guys to really get them down. So I was just trying to be like and wear 34. My dad was 34, so I was trying to wear it like him and those guys. So it was, you know, those guys were probably my top athletes that I looked up to.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to see how to break a tackle, Earl Campbell is a man.
Yeah.
If I were to answer this question, what is the hardest part about being a college football player? For me, shit, the workouts, the waking up early as hell. What would you say is the hardest part about being a college football player?
It is a full-time job, man. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. You know, they come to college, they think it's parties and football games, and they forget about the rest of the process, you know. So definitely the hardest part is having to, like you said, you wake up at 5 a.m, you work out, you got to be at your tip-top, you know, best for that workout at 5 a.m. You probably wiping crust out your eyes, and then you got to go to class and then go to practice and repeat. So it was like constant. You got to be structured. You got to stay on it, man. That's just what it is.
Now you played running back. Do you think the running back position is the most undervalued position in the football?
Man, I would say that running backs should definitely get paid a little bit more than they do.
Yeah.
Just because we do everything. You know, we're constantly taking hits. We're constantly having to block, break tackles. We got to be fast. We got to be strong. We got to be everything, you know. You got to run routes. You got to have hands. I think it's a big part of our offense. If you have a versatile running back, he definitely needs to be getting paid. You gotta get him paid.
The way the spread's
now,
going,
it is an undervalued position. You're right.
Yeah, the way the spread is going now, everything, it's like the running back has to be able to catch and move out the backfield.
Yeah. Right. It's not like Walter Payton, Earl Campbell days anymore. I wish it was, where it was like, you know, you can get away with running the rock 34 times a game, one guy in the league, but you can't do that. So you got to be you got to be a jack of all trades, man. That's just what it is. So the guys who are doing it, pay them. Pay them big.
Now, you have a lot of family members in the musical industry. Now, who is your favorite artist?
Favorite artist? Man, right now, I would say Future. That's my number one artist that I listen to in the gym. Anywhere I just get pumped up and I'm good to go, so it's a good artist for if you're trying to grind in the gym and on the field and stuff. It gets me going. So
Yeah,
I'll
he's a
say,
good artist, but don't be getting those toxic characteristics now.
No, man, I'm good on that.
Yeah, Future got a lot of projects too, so you can a lot of different music.
Exactly. He stay putting them out.
Yeah. All right, so if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who you taking?
Man, who am I taking? All right, there's you probably never heard of this person, but his name's Joseph Campbell. He's like he studies cultures and stuff. He traveled the world and he has a million stories about everywhere. He literally been to every country and talked to a whole bunch of people in every type of religion and background there is. And he's a really big author. And I read some of his books. Hype actually put me on with him. So I really look up to him. I would say Walter Payton. I would say who else, man? You know what? Malcolm X, because I got a tat of him on my arm, man. I was trying to do civil rights law when I first went to college, and I realized it kind of wasn't the thing for me. I always had a passion for civil rights and getting into that. And he was, I looked up to him a lot, just how educated he was, and the points he was trying to get across were very valid. So I would say those 3. I know that's probably, I don't know if that's a wild answer right now, but yeah, those 3 probably.
Dude, our answers on that question have been getting a lot better. Like the last interview guy we did, he said Martin Luther King Jr. and a disciple from the Bible, and then like some gospel singers. They blowing our answers out the way, man. I'm thinking J. Cole, Dave Chappelle, Derrick Rose, just some regular dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, Malcolm X is a good one too, yeah. Now, Jake, your favorite question, man. Let's see if we can go 5-0.
All right. Do you want to do the life advice one first?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Do it.
What was the worst advice you've been given to by anybody, anything? Don't have to be football, just like in life.
Man, I don't know. I don't got really nobody giving me bad advice.
Got a good circle.
What? Oh, man, worst advice given to me. Probably, I don't know. I heard a lot of advice in the past couple of years, trying to play football and stuff like that. And I think the worst advice someone can give you when you're trying to figure out your life is don't worry about if you really enjoy it, just you can endure it. And I can't rock with that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say that's the worst thing I think I ever heard that was told to me. I gotta do the opposite. I gotta enjoy what I'm doing and not just endure it.
I feel that. Yeah, and when the people always say that, it's like, nah, I don't think you've been in.
Yeah.
All right, so for the last question, this is the best question. All right, so in the movie Cars, do they have life insurance or car insurance?
Car insurance?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, you're the first one. Car insurance. Hey. That's a good sign.
What is it?
It's either or. I mean, people normally you're the first person to take car insurance, so that's a good sign.
Hey.
Out of the box thinker.
All right, so that's all we got for interview. We thank you again for coming on for interview, and definitely
thank you guys, man.
That Germany Football League, man.
Yes, sir. We're gonna check you out.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, bro.
Thanks, man.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, now welcome back. Hope you guys like the interview, Jake Mayon. Hey,
Finally, somebody said car insurance. Another answer. Hey,
I've been waiting for the day.
5-1.
Hey, and he gave us a good answer for the who would you pick, dead or alive?
Malcolm X.
Hey, you know, a lot of people getting us different answers. I think the most unique one will be Aaron Bailey, though, the disciple from the Bible.
Yeah, nobody's gonna top that one. I don't think.
And bring up anybody from the.
And he said Martin Luther King Jr. too.
Exactly. Yeah. Only person from the Bible you go bring up is like Jesus Christ. So that's not
Himself.
exactly himself. Exactly. That's the only thing. You know, the Father, the Son, the Holy. You know, it's Jesus. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, we just did we just did athletes. Everybody's branching out to different things.
Right.
I mean, I like it though. So maybe we get some more interviews down the road. But car insurance, man. Now let's get into our sports talk, man. Now the breaking news this week had to be J.J. Watt going to the Cardinals. Of course, it came out the day we dropped the interview last week, so we couldn't talk about it. So it's been a week later. J.J. Watt signed to the Cardinals. If you have not heard, a 2-year deal. Do you think J.J. Watt signed into a contender or is signing for the money?
It's really tough because are they even the second best team in that division? Because I see the Rams and the healthy 49ers better than the Cardinals.
Man, the Seahawks are like probably the worst team in that division now.
They are, yeah. So, I mean, actually, this is more of a chance for them to trade Russell Wilson. I mean, if I'm Russell Wilson, I'm looking at that shit. I got to see Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, too, had 10 sacks this year. And Nick Bosa.
Nice.
That's 50 sacks right there.
This went on and on. Aaron Donald, who did he sack the most since he's been in the NFL? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson shaking in his boots right now. You got all these pass rushers and all this these defensive schemes and everything. And this Cardinals defense is pretty good though. Buda Baker back over. If they figured out Isaiah Simmons late in the year, but he's a dynamic playmaker.
Hassan Reddick, man, he had 10 sacks last year too. But he's a free agent, so if they resign him,
Patrick Peterson's a free agent, so they don't have a number one corner, but they're probably going to draft one at pick 15, I'd probably guess. So this Cardinals defense could be pretty well. It's just how good is Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah. It's just they're a young team too. You saw it last year. They had some success, but there was a lot of games that they didn't really finish. So, I mean, we can see them next year. Hey, a lot of people not Cliff Kingsbury, where being he got a position as when he lost in college.
Exactly. He never had a winning record. How does man get an NFL? Everyone just saying he got a job. You got to get a losing record. Because his looks. But, the J.J. Watt, they were talking about the fake Peloton account where he's Buffalo, Green Bay, and the Browns left. I was like, oh, that's what everybody thought.
Everybody on our TikTok thought.
Man, we had 80,000 views on our TikTok. Only one person said the Cardinals, and he was obviously a Cardinals fan. And nobody thought it was a Cardinals.
So even Cardinals fans, why would you want to come to Arizona?
Hey, even Elite Huff 23 said the Bears. I mean, whoever is way off. But you see that story of his friend that ordered all the shirts, teams for him? His friend ordered every team's shirt, so then they couldn't put it under his name, so the people carrying the mail want to speculate.
You know Schefter, he's a hound dog on a story. He gonna sniff that. Yeah, he gonna get to that story. So I mean,
see, J.J. Watt ordered one Raven T-shirt. Oh no,
he's going to the Ravens.
I swear that's how it is. But this Cardinal team is contender, but it's just they're in the best division in football, I think, hands down. I think after that signing, I think it proves that they're the best division in football.
Definitely.
I mean,
how can you have 3 great defenses in one division?
Who's coming after them? That division-wise, I think the AFC North, maybe.
I mean, AFC North, but Ben Roethlisberger. somebody said that the Steelers gave a contract to a porn addict and two TikTokers.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers, man, they sometimes like Tomlin want them to do whatever they want, man. But all right, now we talking about some North. Let's stay up there. Talk about the New York Jets. Jets GM Joe Douglas said he will listen to trade calls on Sam Darnold. Where do you think would be the best situation for Darnold to go if he gets traded?
All right. Now, Darnold is a good quarterback, but he's just not in the right system. So you could see his talent like beaming off like the Jets are a terrible team.
Yeah.
Like you see bursts and stuff of him like making plays, like that one run he had, some throws, like you'll never notice if you watch a Jets game. Because like they're just so bad.
Jets games.
Nobody's watching Jets games, period. But I think the 49ers would be the best place for him. Him and Kyle Shanahan's offense with Deebo Samuel, who's when healthy, #1 receiver, and Brandon Ayuk. Like last season, when he was healthy too, he had big time games.
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah. And they have a good offensive line. They just need to resign Trent Williams and defense. That's the best place for Sam Darnold to be in.
You know, with Sherman leaving, that leaves opening some cap. You know, they got a good pick because they didn't do too well last year. Maybe lean corner, maybe lean offensive line, maybe even lean quarterback. If Trey Lance is still there, there's possibilities. But
would you rather have Garoppolo or Darnold?
I'd probably say Garoppolo. He's been there. He's been – because Darnold – Darnold, we know he's good, but he hasn't proven it.
Right.
And that's the system he's in. I get that, but Todd McShay and Mel Kiper was saying we graded Darnold and Zach Wilson coming out the same. So it's might as well trade Darnold, pick Wilson, maybe get some draft capital for Darnold, or just keep Darnold and, pick the best available player at 2, or maybe trade down, maybe get a Kyle Pitts, maybe get a Devontae Smith. But, it's hard for Darnold when he's throwing to, Mexico Burris is #2 receiver. That's not good. Frank Gore running the ball. Come on now. That's –
Who's the last good quarterback to play for the Jets? No, they've been bad for a while system-wise. I can't really name a top wide receiver that's been for the Jets in a while.
Yeah,
running back.
Marshall was fine for the Jets.
What was that dude? Roddy Anderson was good.
Yeah, he was only there for a few years though. But Mark Sanchez wasn't too bad. He led him to a few AFC Championship games.
The butt fumble, man.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing. But I would love to see, going back to the topic, I'd love to see Sam Darnold on a Washington football team. They need a quarterback, maybe a Marcus Mariota, maybe a Sam Darnold. If they got one of those 2 quarterbacks, I think they'd be in good shape. But they don't have one right now. I mean, Taylor Heineke is not the answer. He only played one.
He was balling, bro. Chase Young believes in him. He's pointing at the #4 on his back.
This man wrecked out with the Bears, and the Bears quarterback system is not good. And they're like, nah, get the step in.
If he wasn't good enough to play quarterback for the Bears, maybe he's –
exactly. That's the problem. That's the red flags. Come on now. All right, now let's go into basketball real quick. Let's go to throw that hat in the air. Bobby Shmurda free. Been going with the New York Knicks. They've been on a tear lately, 7-3 in the last 10, 18-18, 5th in the Eastern Conference. Should we keep an eye on the Knicks now?
They've been a bad franchise when fans are going crazy. When this team is over 500. 18 and Stephen A. Smith, he can't say anything bad about the Knicks anymore. Yeah. He's happy. When he talks about the Knicks, he's happy. But this Knicks team is good, though. I like the way they play defense. Tom Thibodeau, he's always been a great coach, but the one thing he does is with his stars, he works them hard as hell.
Yeah.
And that could be to their downfall. Could have some injuries. You can't have Julius Randle playing 48 minutes or whatever. You can't have these stars playing that long of minutes, but
you know a lot about that. You really do.
I like Emmanuel Quickly. He's great. He was a steal in the draft, to be honest.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then when they get Mitchell Robinson back, look out.
No, it's over, man. It's over.
And because the East too is
it's wide open.
Yeah, besides the top 3 seeds, anybody can make the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And it's who's at the top? The Sixers. Sixers doing good right now. The Celtics are on a downfall right now. The Nets are the Nets. I mean, they've been looking good, but wait till KD comes back.
Yeah.
But hey, since Bobby Shmurda been free, they lost 1 game. That was to a veteran Spurs team. I mean, if the Madison Square Garden was open, They would love this team. Julius Randle making an all-star game, R.J. Barrett Young, all the celebrities at the games. It would be
Lost their mind.
R.J. Barrett would be getting with any supermodel he wants right now. The Maple Mamba.
Dude, though, imagine though if they didn't like the trade deadline, they make a trade for like a Victor Oladipo or another star.
Ooh, that would be.
Or John Collins. He's a name that's been around, but.
Yeah, that would be electric, though. I'm not even gonna lie with you, but yeah, the Knicks. We've had an eye on them for a little bit now, but definitely need a closer eye on them since they've been tearing it up. But now let's get into weekend preview. NBA, they're on a pause, not a pause, but they're All-Star weekend. So it cuts off Thursday. So the All-Star team, they just had the draft right as we speak. I like the LeBron team, actually. LeBron, Giannis, Curry, Luka. That's a pretty good team. I don't know what
LeBron always has the better team. I don't know how he always does it. He always has a better team.
Hey man, the draft. I like the draft though. I don't like the East-West format. Because look at the game last year.
But I don't know if they're gonna go as hard as they did last year. Because of this season and how it was shortened, everybody was like talking stuff about having an all-star game and stuff. I don't know if they're gonna go as hard. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I feel you, but I like the format. It's the get to this score amount. I mean, people like Donovan Mitchell gonna go hard. People like Zach LaVine gonna go hard. So you get some younger guys that never really played a lot in the game.
Zion Williamson's gonna be in this first one,
right?
But hey. If I was the captain, you know who I'm drafting. If he was in the All-Star game, Patrick Williams.
There we go. There we go, man. You know
we don't talk about him.
You know we had to say it. You know it was coming eventually. You just had to buckle your seatbelt for this one, man. But 3-point contest. You even interested in this?
It's Klay Thompson's names like that aren't in it this year, but I got Zach LaVine, Jaylen Brown. Steph Curry, of course. Joe Harris got snubbed. He's another sniper that should be in this, but I think Steph Curry is going to run away with this, to be honest.
Yeah, but Devin Booker is a name to keep, Damian Lillard not in it anymore, and normally it's Curry versus Klay, and, Booker, he had the most points ever in this. So, it's obvious to go with Curry, but that boy Zach LaVine in it too, so you know who I'm going with, man.
Gonna do it for the city?
I don't know. I'm not really interested. You're interested in the slam dunk contest, though?
I'm not watching this shit at all. Who the hell they got in? Like, dude, it just sucks that we never got to see, like, a dunk contest with stars like, in the 90s, Jordan, like, players like the best players were in the dunk contest.
Right. LeBron, he always said he's going to do it. He never did, and it's too old now. But Obi Toppin, Cassius Stanley, Alfarad Simmons.
Take your time with the last one, because I don't know who the fuck that is.
Alfarad Simmons, I think that's the name. That's the crazy thing about this. My dad does not watch basketball. He does not know who neither of these dudes are. He knows who Obi Toppin is. He don't know these single. And that's the problem.
Shout out Obi Toppin, bro. Happy birthday, 23rd.
Yeah, that's the problem though. Like, you can't be having people like those two in this. Like the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon one, that's not gonna be top for a while, but we knew who those two were.
Yeah, we could have, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon said they weren't gonna do it again, but Zion. Imagine if they would have gotten Zion Williamson in this.
They would have got Zion if it wasn't during the halftime show.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
They were just like, all right, let's just call the last people we can find.
The last two people off the bench in Oregon. And they just got some random people that we don't
even be playing like that.
We don't even know if he's in the NBA, honestly. Like, we don't know if he's doing the NBA at this point. Like,
they're like, hey, come up just for the dunk contest. After that, you go back to G League.
they could be in the UPS factory store for delivering packages for all we know. Like, we don't know what he's doing.
What was that Caruso dude? Michael Rappaport, he said, he delivered me a pizza one day.
Man, we don't know what these dudes are, but now let's get some college hoops because this All-Star weekend going to be a disaster. But college hoops, Number 17, Oklahoma State versus number 6, West Virginia. You know how I feel about West Virginia.
That's your team, man.
Hey, but Cade Cunningham just got hurt in the Oklahoma State Baylor game. So hopefully a speedy recovery for Cade Cunningham because Oklahoma State was going to go far in the tournament. So hopefully nothing too serious. But that obviously changes the game, Oklahoma State, West Virginia.
It's just playing Baylor right before you play another really good team. It's hard to go on having a stretch like that before you end the season.
6.
Baylor's a for real team too. You know how I feel about the Bears. You know, that's my preseason pick, Jared Butler.
Jared Butler, man.
But this is the first time I'm going to be picking West Virginia with a pick because Oklahoma State. I don't really trust them like that, man. I like Cade Cunningham. It's for real, but West Virginia has more guys that can give you consistent. Like they have anybody on their team can go and get you 20. You know what I mean? They don't really have one person that's controlling the ball, and I feel like teams that do that have more success. So, hey, Cade Cunningham's like you said, is hurt. He missed that game. Blow out.
Hey, because you can't. I mean, nobody else knows anybody for Oklahoma State. So I mean, he dropped 40. He dropped 40 the other day. So, I mean, Derek Culver for West Virginia averaging 14 and 10, putting up the same stat line like that. Like, that's going to be a good number to have. Like, in, day out, averaging, 50% from the field. Like, he's hitting. If he's shooting 20 shots, he's hitting 10 of them. So, that's 20 points right there. So, that's simple math right there. But, I mean, Oklahoma State, they were going to make a run in the tourney, I believe. So, they need Cade back, obviously. But,
yeah.
Now let's go to number 4, Illinois. It's number 7, Ohio State. Before we talk about this, though, me and Micah were texting each other during the Illinois-Michigan game. He goes, yeah, I think I got Illinois as a dark horse in a March Madness. I'm like, bro, how can a team be a dark horse? How can a team be a dark horse at number 4 in the country?
They were number 11 when I said they were the dark horse.
Then he kept saying they're the dark horse. How are they dark horse? So they're number 4. They're going to get a number 1 seed. Yeah, they're a dark horse, man.
I said this months ago.
Man, it changes, man. I was like, a dark horse?
I'm stuck with Baylor and Illinois these past months. But, hey, I like this Illinois team. Frazier, it's good when, although, their star player got hurt, it's good when you have somebody get hurt so you can really see what your team's about. It gives other guys opportunities. And Frazier in the last game against Michigan, Jawan Howard, man.
The Fab Five.
Yeah, 21 points against Michigan, top team. And I like this Kofi Cogburn matchup versus EJ Liddell, man.
One of the greatest players in Illinois history.
Hey, Kofi about to back him up, man. Go crazy.
EJ Liddell hit that fader on him. Yeah. But
it should be a good game, but I got Illinois.
I'm going to go with Ohio State. Ohio State's been on a 3-game losing streak. I think they turn around. Duo P.J. Washington and EJ Liddell have been good. When EJ Liddell starts to get going, starts to get scoring, it's hard to stop him. And that's what we're missing the last few games from Ohio State. EJ Liddell not getting the ball a lot. And he started getting it. P.J. Washington's been looking good. It's weird. Ohio State's good at basketball. I'm going to keep saying it. It's weird. They're a football school.
It is weird. Illinois is good at basketball too, this year and the last year.
But they were good for a while and they stopped. But Illinois good at any sport. It's kind of weird.
Hometown team.
All right, closing remarks. What you got?
The 76ers. Hey, people, they might have saw our first episode, laughed, Sixers, Clippers. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
No.
The Sixers are the number 1 seed right now. They just beat the Jazz yesterday. And Embiid had 40 points. Tobias Harris had 11 in overtime. And Ben Simmons, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm calling it right now. Hey, Rudy Gobert would have been, but he was getting bodied by Zion.
Nobody like him anymore. Shut down the whole league. Hey.
Embiid's MVP too.
The Clippers pick is not going to happen, though. But, hey, that was a bogus injection, though, for Donovan Mitchell. You know that. NBA record.
It was bogus. was bogus, but
NBA
The
refs
Sixers-
been on some stuff lately, man. That's all I'm finna say.
Sixers are still the team to beat. I know the hype about Brooklyn Nets. Well, who's guarding Embiid in that game?
Who guarding KD?
Hey, Ben Simmons can lock up somebody.
Who guarding Kyrie then?
Matthias Thybulle.
Who guarding James Harden?
Damn. Steph Curry? Look at that.
James Harden finna have a field day.
Steph Curry gonna do it for his father-in-law.
Let's do it. All right, my closing remarks. This man, Skip Bayless, a.k.a. Shrimp Bayless.
Drip Bayless. Drip Bayless.
Drip Bayless. Signed a 4-year deal for $32 million. And that man is making more than some NFL athletes. He's making more than the back half secondary of the Cleveland Browns.
Well deserved.
What?
But when you think about it, Skip Bayless really started all of this sports talks and stuff. That man he's been around.
Yeah, but he used to say some dumb takes though with Stephen A. See, ESPN was trying to take him back, but at Fox Sports, nah, man, nah, I don't mess with that, man.
You know, I want to see another Richard Sherman interview.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I might have to go watch that right now.
I'm better than you at life.
That's funny. But what you got for song of the week?
Bust a Move, Lil Uzi, Future, Baby Pluto album. A lot of people knocked that album, but give it a second listen.
No, no doubt, man. No. Hey.
You see the anime video? I mean, that goth dancing video. They're like, I'm gonna send it to you later.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to the show. That's all we got for you guys. Appreciate the support that you guys been showing us. Make sure to keep downloading episodes for us. It mean a lot. Keep watching the YouTube videos while you at work. Throw on the YouTube video in the background. Put it on mute. Get those views up. It will help you boys out. You know the boys. Help out your boys any way possible. And hey, giveaway coming soon.
Hey, real soon.
Hey, but that's all we got for you guys. So appreciate you guys and see you guys next week. Peace.